And as you know, one of the Quaker ideals is to bring about the world it ought to be. So it's with that mindset that we looked around New York City and said, how are we doing today? Is there great inequality? Are there very entrenched hierarchies? Are there have and have-nots? Is there modern-day slavery? And so we then decided to do something about it. We were fortunate as a school to partner with an organization, the Toscan Casale Foundation. They run a program called YPI. YPI stands for Youth and Philanthropy Initiative. The idea is to empower youth to learn more about the social issues in their communities and empower them to become philanthropists. So we have the 9th grade was divided up into 14 teams. Each team picked a social issue that they were most interested in learning more about. And the idea was that it had to be focused on people and on New Yorkers. It could be a national organization, but it had to be, it had to be an issue that touched the lives of New Yorkers. So the 14 teams selected their issues, researched their issues, and then identified a nonprofit that dealt specifically with their chosen issue. As part of the research process, teams went out and conducted site visits. And this was a very, very important part of the process, to go out and talk to people who were involved in doing great work and in helping others and in learning, really up close and personal how this work gets done. So all 14 teams conducted a site visit. From there, they created presentations that explained their social issue, talked about their site visit, and the goal of the presentation, judges, and everybody's a judge in the room today, this is very, very important. The objective is to make a compelling presentation. We're not evaluating one social issue versus another social issue, or the merit of it. We're evaluating how compelling an argument does the team make on behalf of their chosen organization. And so we had all teams present, and it was very, 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 very difficult, but we narrowed it down to 8 teams. So you'll see those 8 teams today. And the 8 teams today, again, I can tell you, I'm happy I'm not a judge in any way today, but the 8 teams today are going to get narrowed down to 1. And that one team will be awarded a $5,000 grant to give to their organization. And that's because of our association with the Youth and Philanthropy Initiative. So it's a very, very exciting day. I can't tell you the amount of work that has gone into it. I've seen firsthand, and the students are very excited and a little nervous. So I know you'll be a great audience. And Lisa, should I explain the sheet now, or do you want to introduce the panel first? So all of you have sheets. The audience has yellow, the judges have white. And we're going to ask you to evaluate every presentation that you see, because we're looking for input. And basically, the content of the presentation breaks down into 3 different categories. So ask yourself, as a judge, how effective is the team at engaging the audience about their social issue? Do they make you care about it? Have they brought the issue into the room for you? Then ask yourself, do they seem to know about their organization? Do they seem knowledgeable about the good work that this organization does? And can they tell me, as an audience member, how the $5,000, how will it be used? Where will my money go? Or the YPI money? And then finally, do they do a good job of demonstrating what they learned on their site visit? Because that was such an important part of the process that we want to make sure that comes across to the audience. And of course, we're going to ask you to evaluate their presentation skills. So do they make a compelling case for the organization? Do they really, capture your attention and convince you that their organization is the one that you should select? So again, you're rating them on a scale from 1 to 10. We will collect these sheets after each presentation and tally them up and add your voice, collective voice, to that of the judges. And by the end of the day, we'll have our winner.